friends, this is my second video on the rules of pronoun. Here I've got certain rules and I'm going to explain these rules to you with examples. You have to understand all these rules and you have to make sure that your sentences are made correctly. First rule is about the use of each other and that of one another. Where do we use each other and where do we use one another? Let me explain that. Each other is used for two and one another is used for many. Like divide the mangoes, like we say among boys. Same way, we use one another for many and each other for two. Ram and Sham are fighting each other, two are there. The boys are fighting one another. When I say the boys are fighting one another, I'm talking about many. When I say Ram and Sham are fighting each other, I'm talking about two. So for two we use each other and for many we use one another. If subject is one, then you will not use his or her, you will use one's. For example, one should keep one's promise. It should not be one should keep his promise or her promise. It should be one should keep one's promise. Okay, so if we are using one, then we have to use one's. Rule number 3 is who and whose we use for persons and which is used for non-living things. That is used for both non-living things and persons. He who is blind came to me. When I say he who is blind came to me, I am using who for a living being. Same way, whose is used for living beings, for persons. For example, I have a pen. I have a pen. When I say this, which is of red color. Now, what I'm doing, I cannot use whose here. I'm using which here. Why? Because I'm talking about the object, non-living thing. But whose? Where do we use whose? Whose is used for persons. Whose uncle, for example. Whose pen is with me. Whose pen this is. When we say this, we are using for person. Reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun is the pronoun where we use self or selves, like myself, herself, himself, themselves, ourselves. These are called reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronoun cannot be the subject of a sentence. I have noticed many people introducing themselves by saying myself so and so, which is grammatically wrong. You cannot start your sentence with myself. You cannot start your sentence in reflexive pronoun. Mind it, reflexive pronoun cannot be used alone. It is used with its nominative case. Singular pronoun is used in case you are using collective noun. For example, the army. With army, you have to use what? Its. And its is what? Singular number. The army is doing its job. The army is doing its job. When I say this, army is a collective noun and I'm using singular pronoun with it. So in case of collective noun, we use singular pronoun. Now I've written certain words here: absent, resign, enjoy, and pride. These are a few, but these are important words. Mind that these words are very crucial. You should remember these words: absent, resign, enjoy, and pride. With these words, we use reflexive pronoun. You cannot say I absented from the class. You have to say I myself absented from the class. So with these words, absent, resign, enjoy, and pride, we use reflexive pronoun. This is all about all the rules of pronoun. Thank you.